I used to always use the slogan, "You were born to do something extraordinary." People would see it on my site because I knew that that was true, that each person was born to do something that was out of the ordinary, something that was going to be different and something that was going to be new, because that would make their lives worth it. They would know that they came to the world with something of value to offer, to develop, or to give to the world. But I didn't look at myself always. You might not have done that either. It's typically that others will see us before we can see ourselves, and that went on for me. We have moved through some tremendous changes in our world and in our lives, and I do understand why that's occurred. But I was hiding from myself a bit because I had trouble accepting and believing who I was, as you might have. And that extraordinary thing that I did was that because no one had ever done it before, which makes it challenging for me to accept and for others as well. Because we live in our lives through our consciousness. We each will experience that in different ways. And we may have found challenging times of finding that place within us recently. And that's due to the changes that have occurred within our world. In 1989, I sat down and started doing automatic writing. Not knowing what I was doing or why I just wanted help. That was it. Never imagining that it would turn into this life-changing philosophy that could change your life and our world. But that's exactly what's happened. Because I developed this ability to receive information and interpret it that caused healing to occur within me and many others too who have used this work. But it was still pretty unbelievable because we had never seen this done before. And today is the 15th of January, and the message for last year on this date said you wanted to change, and that's what I'm doing. We only receive what we're meant to have in our lives when we have become willing to change, and that means stepping into the unknown of who we are. And that unknown is expansive. It's never limited because we're just using our consciousness. It depends on how much we can believe. And that's what the message was today that I'm putting out as well. How much can you believe? Because I couldn't believe that I had done this. That made difficult for many others as well. But today is the day that I must change that. I had to come to accept that I developed this other skill, this other ability. It was not like anyone else. That's what made it extraordinary, because I could analyze the information that was coming in, the changes in our world, the changes in the planets, and I've never studied astrology or astronomy or any of that. And I've created several documents that I'd love for you to see, but I thought, did I do this every single day? And I can still do it. And this is why when I meet with someone, I can know what's going on in your life and what's happening in the world, because there's an energetic connection to it all. And when we talk about, you've heard about the quantum field and all of that, I did not know that's what I was accessing, but that turns out that's what I was doing. And I didn't know that it was going to turn into an extraordinary 17-year curriculum of higher consciousness, of how to change your consciousness, how to understand who you are, and how humankind can do the same thing. And I doubted that. Even though I was told that that's what I was given, I said that couldn't have possibly have happened, but it did. And so I decided to look at January 16th, that I do this every single day. I did, and I can still do it. And that's what I'm going to devote the rest of my life to now. When you hold back who you are, it can make things go really terribly in your life and in the world, because nothing changes. And we're in a time now where we're meant to change. The world is not happening accidentally. It's just that not enough of us have remembered who we are. And I was given that work. And I resisted it just like you might have resisted what was in your life to do. But now I know that it works. I know that every single person has this rightful place, and it's an alignment. And when you come into alignment with who you are, why you were born, and that's all energetically aligned again, and it's your DNA, then you live the life you're supposed to have. And to to say that I was given this thing that could, this philosophy, this idea that could change the world was difficult, but I have to say it now because I know that it's true. And that's like when Carl Jung, I talked about that when he would be asked a question about what do you believe? And then he said at one point, he used to believe, but now I know. And the thing that I know is that there's no reason for any person to not live the life they're supposed to have. And there's no reason that we haven't changed our world yet. It's just that we're not willing. We're just not willing to believe. And I wasn't willing to believe because it was too astonishing or extraordinary, but now I do know. And so that's what I'm changing. This is the kind of work that the work that I was received from Wilhelm. It's self-mastery. It's about personal development, and it's self-actualization, and it's all together. And it works because it gets you into alignment with you. Now, I had to live it. I'm 75. It's healed everything. It's changed everything. And I had to live it to be able to say to you, I know what you can achieve. And that's what you see on my website now. Because I'm rebranding everything, because I'm completing this work, because it's way too important in our lives and in our world for me not to finish it. Just like the thing that you have is too important for you not to do it. And that's what I'm going to guide more and more people to, because that it will be the change that we want to see, not only in our lives, but in our world as well. You were born with worth and value, and now you'll understand it, especially as you go through these documents today, you'll understand. But what I'm also doing is after tomorrow, as I said before, I'm changing my complete structure. I'll be taking more private clients because that might be the thing that more people are looking for. But I can access this information at will, and I'm going to continue to do that to finish this philosophy, because that's what I will give to everyone. Thank you so much for being here, and check out all the work, and I'll see you soon.